So hello everybody, today we're going to talk about Inditex and also its organization structure, his business model, and also all the improvements that can be done on the company. So as we already know, Inditex is the parent company of fashion brands such as Zara, Pull&Bear, Massimo Dutti, Bershka, Stradivarius, Oysho, and Uterque. The company has a strategic focus on sustainability, innovation, and also the expansion all over the world. Regarding the sustainability, they are trying to be the more and more committed to reduce its environmental impact through new initiatives by reducing water and energy consumption on all the stores and also all the logistics plants based. And they are also increasing the use of sustainable materials on all the production. Then, regarding the innovation, the company invests in technology, such as, for example, artificial intelligence, to improve their customer experience and also improve the operational efficiency of the company and to have a sustainable growth of the company. Then, regarding the expansion, Inditex continue to expand globally all over the world. They are trying to open new stores and to increase their market share. And the most important here is that their strategy is based on diversifying its brand portfolio through new acquisitions and partnerships with different companies. Now to be more focused on the organization and the structure of Inditex. So Inditex is mainly and basically organized as a vertical integrated company, which means that it has the control of all the aspects of the production process from the design and manufacture to the retail sales. So the company structure can be divided in two main parts. So the first one is the central services. This division includes the central headquarters, which is mainly responsible for strategies that include finance, legal affairs, and human resources. And then regarding the brands, we have also Zara, Pull&Bear, as already said, and they operate as a separate entity, which their one design, their one production, and their one retail teams. So yes, the structure allows Inditex to maintain a high level of control and to coordinate over the production processes, while also giving each brand the flexibility to respond to local market trends and customer preference. So this approach enables Inditex to achieve efficiency and to also be more flexible uh, in its operations. So now we're going to talk about the balance scorecard within the company, which is now really important because it's the core of the company and its strategy and its vision. So the balance, as we already know, the balance scorecard is a management tool used to measure and track organizations' performance across multiple dimensions. For Inditex, the balance scorecard may include the following perspectives. So the first one is the financial perspective. So as we already know, Inditex measures its financial performance in terms of revenue growth, profitability, and return on investment. Then also regarding the customer perspective, Inditex focus on customer satisfaction, but mainly on loyalty as well as the effectiveness of its retail, and also all the after sales service channel. We also have all the internal process perspective. The company will assess its internal processes such as product design, manufacturing, logistics to ensure that they are efficiency and that they are effective also. And they are also little by little learning on growth perspective. So in the text, it's actually investing in employee training and in development also as well as technology and in innovation in order to drive continuous improvement on long-term growth. So in order to eradicate all the demons and all the waste on the company. So by measuring all this performance across these four perspectives, Inditex can of course ensure that its strategy and operations are very aligned and it is a strategic alignment with its long-term goals and its long-term commitment that is creating value for the company and also for all the stakeholders.
So, we're gonna use the travel model. The Inditex travel model is a flexible and a fast model that allow the company to know all the different market trends and consumers' needs. But this model following different steps, and the first one in the design and research. So, all the design and research team work closely in order to define what is the best current trend and all the consumers' preference. So this is very important for the company. Maybe the main bullet points for the company. The second steps is the production. Inditex use a combination between in-house and outsources outsource production in order to guarantee a very fast and flexible production, like a flexibility and maybe prioritize some orders. But also, the third step is the distribution. So all the rapid distribution of the product is an essential point, and this is guaranteed by an efficient logistics system and current planning. So this is very important to make some meetings in order to be sure that everything is okay for everyone. And the last but not least point, this is the retail, because the retail stores are the heart of all this model because they are in direct contact with the clients, so they can get the feedback of the customers and give the feedbacks to the design and research teams in order to define those trends and explain what is the current customers needs at the moment. So this is a very good point in order to keep a continuous product development cycle, like for the lean management, for example. So it's the continuous improvement of the company, the lean management. So, in conclusion, for the travel model, as you probably understand, this is an important model in order to define all the customers' needs and the trends. So, this is very important to be focused on that and work very closely together with different departments of the company in order to innovate and always be aware about competition trends in order to be on the market and always be on the trend. The risks. Like any company, Inditex faces to some risks, but we have like five main risks. The first one is the sustainable risks. For the sustainability, because by reducing our environmental impact, we're trying to find some new materials, sustainable materials. But as you probably know, all those materials are very expensive, so it's an increase of the cost, so it could be a risk for the company. The second main risk is the competition risk, because the clothes industry is a very competitive sector. Whereas, for example, some rival brands and new entrants to the market. For example, we have Shein, so it's a Chinese brand, and it's a mass market. So this is a problem for us because they have a new collection like every day. So it's very complicated to work with this kind of competitors. So it could be risks. But we can challenge this by saying that it's not sustainable because mass market is a very huge problem today, because nowadays the environmental impact is very important, and we know that the mass market is terrible. It's a terrible thing for our planet. So we can challenge this by saying that it's not sustainable at all. So it could be fine. The technological risk, because by implement some technology and new processes, we can add some complexity in our company, and maybe some employees could be more reticent behind of this kind of technology, and maybe we have to bring some training to our employees in order that they could work correctly with these new tools. The expansion risks. So by trying to be on several markets, it could add some complexity in the company. So another complexity thing, but it could be interesting, but it could be a risk because we have to adapt our brand to many other culture and new markets. So maybe it's kind of complicated. And the supply chain risks, because when you use supply chain, you plan everything. You plan where you are going to send your orders, when you are going to produce everything, but you don't take in count all the natural disaster, for example, or the supplier bankruptcy. So it could be a problem because you can say to your clients, yeah, we have an order for you in 2 weeks, but after 2 weeks after, you don't have anything. So it could be a risk for the company. But we have to carefully manage all these risks in order to be sure that the Inditex strategic alignment remains on track, and that the company continue to create value for all the stakeholders. So, so this is our last point, but not least. This is the improvement and all the recommendation for our company Inditex. So the first one is the flattening the hierarchy, because by flattening the hierarchy, we can improve the decision making speed and enhance communication between different departments. The second point is the cross-functional teams, so we can encourage these cross-functional teams to collaborate more effectively, and share all their knowledge, different knowledge, and expertise. It could be a great point. We also have the delegation of authority. So we can delegate the decision making and some authority to the store manager and the regional manager, because they are in direct contact with our clients, so they can give us the feedback in order to adapt our trends and bring our customers' needs. So this is very important to, and this is very logical at the end, to give them more responsibility. Streamlining processes. So we can streamline all the processes in order to avoid the bureaucracy and improve the efficiency of the company. We also have the empowerment, so we can empower employees by giving them more autonomy. This is a very good point, and this is very important, because by giving autonomy to our employees, we are giving them an important places in our decision making process. We can integrate them in the innovation and creativity activities. This is very important, because by giving them more autonomy and giving them a more important place in the company, they feel like more involved in the company's situation, because they feel important, they feel very engaged on the company. So that's increased involvement of the employees for our company, and this is very what we are looking for, because an employee who is very involved is a happy employee, so we want that. We also have the digitalization, so we can digitalize all our processes um, and improve communication between all the teams, the different departments, and all the workers, all our employees in the company. So this is also very important to digitalize those parts, because this is a real tool nowadays to improve our employees' communication. So, in conclusion to this strategic alignment for Inditex, so by making the changes, Inditex can improve its organizational efficiency, flexibility, and competitiveness, and better position itself in a rapidly business environment. So this is very important, and that's it. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy it.